We've got 3 people doing surveys on whether people can taste the difference between black wine gums and other wine gums. And here are the results whether they cannot taste the difference in white, they can taste the difference in grey. So in different numbers of people that they asked. And then we've got to work out the number who could taste the difference and who couldn't. Well, the easiest one to deal with actually is CETA because they asked 100 people, and so the percentages directly relate, like are the same as the actual number of people. So we can see that 60 people can taste the difference. So I'll put 60 here. And then it's going to be 40 people because this has to add up to 100, or equivalently can just read off this amount, cannot taste the difference. All right, I'll do Ravi next. So Ravi, we've got the 70% can. I'm gonna write that by it, 70%, and then it's gonna be 30% cannot. But Ravi asked 50 people, so what we have to do actually is halve the percentages. It's gonna be 15 people, and it's gonna be half of 70 is 35. You can just divide by 2. Because I did it with 100 and it was the same, so hopefully it makes sense. If it's 50, that's half of 100. I'm going to basically halve my percentages. The other way you could do it is you could actually work out 30% of 50, and that would be the same as doing 30% times 50, and then you can either put that in your calculator. There is a percentage button. All this does is divide it by 100 basically, because that's what percent means. 30% times 50, and we get to the 15. Okay, you could also write it as 30 over 100 times 50. Okay, you could figure that out. I'm not going to go into any more detail on that, but we get those as the answers. And finally, for Tina asked 200 people. So I'm going to focus on the percentages. We've got it's actually 50% can, 50% cannot. But now I'm finding like I'm going to double it because that would be for 100 people, it'd be 50 and 50. So for 200, it's going to be, I'm going to double my 50s, it's going to be 100 and 100. The other way, of course, is to find 50% of 200, which is the same as halving 200, which gives us 100 for each. Explain why Tina's results are likely to be more reliable than Ravi's or Sita's. Well, the more people you ask in general, the more reliable your data is. If you only ask one person, that's not going to be a good representation. So you're trying to ask, not always trying to ask as many people as possible, because you've got to think about how long it takes when you're doing a survey. Like if somebody asked 1,000,000 people, that would take them a long time. So, but anyway, the more people you ask in general, the more reliable it is. So Tina has asked more people, or words to that effect.